Hello there, happy Wednesday. Excited to share some stuff with you today. Definitely feeling all of those under the sea vibes. If you've been to the Brutus Monroe site lately, you know that there are tons and tons and tons of amazing under the sea products. Hello, Catherine. Thank you for joining today. Hope you're all having a great day today. I know I am, and I'm excited to share all this with you. Hi, Gina. So today I want to show you, first of all, let me show you what came in for the inspiration box. I'll show you a few of the little things that are kind of monthly things. Hang on one sec. I'm just going to move a couple things out of my way. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have your inspiration box yet, but I will tell you what, this is always a really popular one. In June, Brutus Monroe always does a mermaid box, and this one is so much fun. I will show you, I know my camera is a little close, but I'm going to do some coloring in a little bit, so I don't want to mess with it too much. But this is the Mermaid Kisses box, and I'm going to just try to show you, I'll hold things up to the camera as we go along. Have I missed anybody?
Not so far.
Not so far, good. I don't want...
Robin, Tina, you think you said those?
I don't know if I caught Robin. Hi, Robin. Okay, let's get into this box. Oh, Gina, this is such a fun one. You're going to love it. Can't wait to see what you make with it. All right, so let's just start with the grand enchilada of this.
You're going to be waiting on the curb for the mailman.
You're going to be waiting on the curb? That's hilarious. I know all about stalking the mailman. So this... Okay, you're right, Darren. I gotta move the camera up a little bit. It's just too close. We may have to move that. There we go. I think that's a little better. Okay, so this is the Mermaid Kisses stamp set that comes in the inspiration kit. And this is the Mermaid Kisses coordinating die set. Is that not awesome? I love that you have all of those dies just right at your fingertips. You've got them both ready to go, ready to create with. So I'm going to set those aside for a minute. We are going to use those images today. And then these are the rest of the goodies that come in the box. So you've got these beautiful sequins. You've got all of these pretty pinks and blues and purples. It's a really pretty mix. And look at how many you get. I'm always amazed by that. There's so many in a package.
Just gonna make Lily wait.
Oh, Lily's gonna love that. She's gonna make her wait?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Wait for the mailman.
Oh, there you go. Okay, these are really fun. I've used these on a few things before, but I love that they're included in this kit because they just are necessary, I feel like. So these are the acrylic bubbles. You can see I've been practicing. You can see the ink on my fingers. Sorry about that. I definitely have crafty hands and not manicured hands. So these are the acrylic bubbles, and they are just perfect for little under the sea elements. Love those, and there's a lot in there. I use them all the time. They're really pretty with florals too. And with the inspiration kit, you always get an enamel pin. And I just love this little cute mermaid. She's just adorable. She's got little heart cheeks. How fun is that? So I will add her to my collection. I have a letterboard. I don't know how do all of you who are getting the inspiration box or who collect enamel pins, how do you collect them? What do you do with them? I put mine on a letterboard in my craft studio. Okay. So also another really neat thing is that Brutus Monroe has started adding card bases to the kit. And I love these. They're all pre-scored and they just make everything just easy. Anything that makes it easy, I'm all about. And then, oh, a cork board's a good idea. I know I have a whole drawer full of the little backings. But yeah, corkboard works good too. They probably stay in the corkboard better than they stay in my letterboard. So these are the ribbons that come in the kit this time. And I think they're beautiful. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors anyway, but it's just a beautiful collection of color. I'm going to set that aside. We may want to use that ribbon. I'm not sure yet. To be completely honest with you, I'm not completely sure where our card's going today. I've got things kind of ready to go to assemble, and I am kind of winging it again, which always terrifies me, but knock on wood, that was glass. Knock on wood, I've had pretty good luck the last few weeks. So then these are one of my favorite things that Burtis Monroe carries. These are the conversation clippings, and these have been coming in the inspiration boxes. And I just love the convenience of just being able to cut across and just cut out all of the sentiments and just have them all ready to go. You know that you didn't make a mistake when you stamped them. I'm terrible. I have a hard time not using too much pressure. And if I would just lay off a little bit, I would not have a problem, but that is one of my stamping faux pas I make all the time. But these are all just beautifully ready to go. You've got best fishes, I miss you, always make waves. I mean, there's a ton of cute sentiments on there. And then these are the toner sheets, the card panels. These are amazing. If you love to foil, these are perfect because they are printed, like I said, with toner. So you can use foil with these. And I'm really digging this fish one. I think that is so cute. And then you've got some seams that you can create. I'll just show you one of the mermaids I have. You could just throw her on there with a little bit of color and your card is done, ready to go. If things don't go well with my card today, I may just have to do that. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. We'll look at that later. But yeah, like I said, it's nice to know I have a backup plan in case everything goes terribly wrong, which, you know, when you design on the fly, things can go wrong sometimes. It's been one of those kind of days, so bear with me and laugh with me if necessary. So this is another one of those really fun ones. I'm not sure that you could really put the mermaids on there unless you wanted to maybe cut a slit. That would be cute, except I think that perspective would be off. But you could definitely use some of your fish and some other really, you know, cute stamps and stuff from this. And then there's this one. This would look great just colored, and then you could just use one of your conversation clippings.
Marlene says hi.
Hi, Marlene. Thanks for joining. You could use one of your conversation clippings and you've got a card. These are really nice. They're really convenient. One day I think I'm going to sit down on a Saturday and just make tons of cards up of just using these. Maybe I'll have to make a YouTube on that sometime. And then these are the papers that came in the kit. You always get a beautiful sheet of glitter stock, and Burtis Monroe glitter stock. You've heard me say it before and I'll say it again. It is the best. It does not flake. You can see it's just amazing. And then you've got a collection of layering weight paper, which comes in very handy. And look at those beautiful colors. So now that we've kind of gone through that, I do want to point out a couple more things and then we will just get into creating. So I want to show you the stencil of the month. I have to be honest, I don't remember what this is called. So Darren might want to find that if you can. I don't see a name on it though, but it's got kind of these waves that almost look like fish too. I kind of like that. And I was looking at it and I tend to look at things and wonder how many different ways I can use them anyway. That's just kind of the crafter in me. And I was thinking you put it sideways and you've kind of got a cable knit too. So many things you can do with this. I think we might end up using this today. I'm not sure, like I said. It's a mystery. Another thing that is new this month that just got released are these mermaid mists. And we will definitely be using some of these today. So let's kind of sort through the pieces that I have already cut out. And let's see where our card ends up. because like I said, I'm not really sure. I did kind of think I wanted a little more space than I usually, I wanted to take up a little more real estate here. So we're going to do, I haven't decided which mat yet. We're going to do a 5.5 by 5.5 card. So we've got a 5 1/4 piece panel for the main panel. I'll move this is going to be our card base. And then I've got all of these pieces already colored. What was that?
What's that stencil look like?
The stencil, it looks like a slimline with
It's called
scales.
Seaskin.
Okay, so this is called Seaskin. Okay, so all of the ones that I've got already colored and cut out are from the inspiration box. And I just did a bunch of the little plants. I did some coral. I did, what do you call these? I'm not really sure. Anemone, maybe? I'm not sure about that. Thinking of Nemo right now and thinking maybe it's that. So I just colored a bunch of these. I do have a few more things we can add as we go if we feel so inspired. I stamped a bunch. Last night I just kind of stamped and colored and played a little bit, and then I just kind of whittled it down a little bit. So I think we'll stick with these for right now. But I think what we'll do for our background, I did want to show you this. I think I pretty well did. But let's say we're just making a standard size card. You can see you can just sit your mermaid right there on the rock. She fits perfect. You could even maybe fit 2 if you wanted to. We're going to put 2 on our card that we do. I mean, you could mess with her, see how you like her to sit. You could put her up higher. Like I said, you can just kind of mess around with it, see how you like it. You can do 1 mermaid if you want. And then you could just add various plants to this if you wanted to. But I don't think we're going to use this one right now. I might use that later on something. I think we want to kind of play with the mermaid mist. So let's kind of see. I'm leaving myself open. If we decide to use that other piece, so be it. I'm trying to learn to just go with the flow on this a little bit more. All right, so.
Gina asked how you colored those. She said they're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much, Gina. That was Gina?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
I used the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers on these. And on the mermaids and on the leaves, I really, I used all the colors more. But then on the coral, I just used a single color on most of those. And on some of the, I guess we decided it was an anemone. I'm not sure if that's even right, but that's what I'm talking about when I say it. So yeah, the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers are amazing. This one right here, this is the coral. I used the fair skin on this one, and I used the tan skin on this one. These ones are not the Tri-Blend, her hair color. These are Spectrum Noir, but they're just like, there was a collection of browns that I got that from. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact name on those. This one was the golden brown. That one is Tri-Blend. And the other ones are various. What was that?
Karen said hi.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining today. So I just have my ugly bucket out. That's what I lovingly refer to this as, so that we can just spray up a storm. Now, when you look at your mermaid mist, you're going to see all of this shiny, beautiful goodness at the bottom. But we don't want it at the bottom. We want it in with all the rest of the liquid. So I just like to roll it, and I might shake it every now and then, but I mostly like to roll it. I'm not sure what's in these. It might have one of those, like, if it's like nail polish, it has those little mixer things in it. And to be honest, I don't feel anything. I don't hear anything like that. But I do think that kind of helps get it off the bottom better. Okay. So we're working on that. And it's okay if there's still some down there, as long as you know you've got a good amount inside the liquid. And then, so that one was called Jellyfish. This one is called Wave. And I love the Chroma Mist and the Mermaid Mist. The Chroma Mist comes in several colors. They just don't have that kind of pearlized look to them. There is a Shimmer Mist that does have a pearlized finish to it. But it's nice to have the option of having both. And these are so nice because the pearl is just built right in. And they have a whole different look than the regular Chroma Mist. All right, so then we've got the Seaweed. I wish I would have thought to shake these up ahead of time. I'm sorry that I didn't, but I guess it's good that I'm showing you that you want to get that off the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to use some water first, just to kind of get my paper ready to go. And this is just alcohol blend paper. You could use whatever you want. You might want to use watercolor paper, but I am fine with this. So we are going to just really, really lightly spray. I'm holding it like this far apart from the bucket. And then I'm going to spray on, and this is going to get really wet. This is my technique of how I like to do it. You can do it however you want, but this is going to be a very wet piece of paper in a minute. So I'm doing the same thing. You want to make sure you've got everything clear because you want to hold it fairly far away. You can see it kind of how it spreads that way. If you get in close, see how it's really heavy in one spot? I want it lighter everywhere. So I'm going to hold it fairly far away. And then I want that to kind of move around a little bit as we spray. So now I'm going to use, let's use the Seaweed. So I'm going to use the Seaweed Mermaid Mist. And if we have time, I'll tell you, well, we do have time. I'll tell you a funny story. I had the background all ready to go. And you know how when you dry paper that you've gotten really wet, sometimes it gets bumpy. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna throw that through my laminator really quick, just so it looks nice. And that was about 5 minutes before I started, of course, thinking there would not be a big deal. But I told you what kind of day it's been. So I put it in my laminator, and my laminator tried to eat it. And so I had both pieces. I had one that I was gonna, well, anyway, it ate it, and it is pretty much unusable for this. So make sure it was my fault. I didn't feed it through with anything. I just fed it through by itself, and that was my mistake. So I'm going to add a little bit of the leaf green. And this is already a little darker than I want it. So I'm just going to spray it again. And I want to add just a hint. I don't want a lot of purple in this. I just want a hint of purple. Can you see it kind of glistening? Okay. We'll squirt it one more time. Now, I will tell you that when you use the alcohol blend paper, the Perfect Blend alcohol paper, sorry if I sound far away, I'm getting a paper towel. It does take a while to dry if you want to dry it fairly straight.
One eternity later.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to leave that there for a second while I get everything else going. So we're going to use, this is Lagoon cardstock. It is, I think this is my favorite of the Brutus Mineral colors. It's just, I just love this color anyway. I'm going to use my scoring blade on my cutter just because I can. Let's see, 5.5. Hopefully I have that in the right spot. Today, I don't think anything would surprise me on that. Just before we were ready to start the live, they decided to cut a tree down right in front of our house. So I was like, we may have to delay that. I was glad they were done. They had that thing out of there quickly, didn't they, Darren? Okay, I think we're going to go with the lighter. I'm liking the lighter one. What do you guys think? So I'm going to go ahead and, one thing I should tell you, when you have those little curves, they're kind of a pain when you're trying to mount something on your card. But I find that if you use like foam tape, it works a little bit better. So I'm going to get my foam tape. And use some of this. All right. So there are a couple things I didn't show you guys. Did you guys see the stamp of the month? Cute little mermaid. This is the stamp of the month. Adorable. And I missed out on the ATC box this month. But I'll tell you, missing 1 month made me think, okay, I better make sure I don't miss it again. So I'm definitely going to be subscribing to that. Because, oh my goodness, so cute. I already bought, the stamp set from it is available on the site, as well as the stencils. And if you haven't seen them, you should go take a look because they are adorable.
Karen says hi.
Hi, Karen. Okay. So hopefully this will kind of help keep our edges a little straighter. Now the biggest challenge with this is that once you stick it, it's pretty well stuck. So that is a little scary for me because I struggle with getting things on there straight, but we're gonna go for it. I think what I'll do is maybe I won't take all the foam off at once. See if I can just line up the top first. Does that look straight? Well, straight or not, it's going down.
Gina said she got the HC box and you're getting the shipping deal.
Oh,
My card is some trouble.
that ATC box is really cute. I love the ATC boxes. And I love that you can use it for, I mean, you're not stuck with only cards with the inspiration box. You're not stuck with only ATC kit cards with the ATC kit. You're not stuck on anything. You're supposed to be creating your own ending, right? Which I think both boxes are awesome about the versatility.
Michelle can't wait to make mermaid ATC for the Girl Scouts.
Oh my gosh, those Girl Scouts are going to love those, Michelle.
And Heather has it, but she had to put herself in a spending freeze for the next month.
Oh, Heather, I hate spending freezes, but I'm on one a lot. I should be on one more frequently. I'm sure Darren would agree. All right, I'm gonna take one more second to look for that washi tape, and if I can't find it, I'm going to give up on that.
Tina said that Ava Mermaid stamp of the month is adorable.
It is adorable, isn't it? Oh, it's right here. I looked past this like 3 times. It was exactly where I put it, of course.
Tina got her an inspiration box and 3 new paper pads today, and she gets her agency on Saturday.
Tina, did you get these paper pads by chance? These are the brand new paper pads. There's Sea Life, Black Pearl, and Iridescent Dreams, and they're all beautiful. I'm loving them. I wonder if we could use something from this one. Let's look and see. These are the papers from the Iridescent Dreams. I'm thinking maybe we might need, maybe we could use one for sand or something. Let's see. Really pretty papers. They might be too pink for what we're doing. I don't know. We'll look and see. We can do whatever we want, right? That's kind of fun. Okay. Let me just move that, and then let me kind of get these guys situated, and then it'll help me to know what I want to do here.
And it said they ordered those too. I ordered so much this month.
I hear you. There's so much to look at. It's hard not to order this month. You know, I kind of like that.
You can't wait to get her inspiration box. Tina said those are the ones. She's the ones that...
Aren't they beautiful, Tina? I love them. Okay. So I think we'll start there and kind of build from there.
Michelle says trouble's knowing that she can stop at the store 5 days a week. She's only like 6 minutes from Burgers.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous and also relieved that I don't. Darren's relieved. Right, Darren?
Yeah, I'm really.
I would be in some serious trouble. See, I always think about how sad it is because I would like to, I've thought about, oh, I would love to live in Pittsburgh so I could be in the office and do all of that kind of stuff. And, but we need to stay where it's dry and not humid. And, that is the thing though, is that if I lived there, we would be probably broke all the time.
Darren says I love that the papers aren't adhesive together. It makes it easier to work with.
I agree. I like that about the paper too. I like that you can just pull one out and you don't have to worry about ripping it or any of that. All right. So I'm thinking something along these lines, but I definitely think we need something going along here. I was thinking about using this cute washi tape. This is from Barely Art. And I'm kind of liking that. I'm liking that it adds that little gold shimmer. So let's put a little bit of this along the bottom. Give us something to anchor everything down with. I'm going to put it just a little bit higher than the bottom of the paper. And I'll attempt to put it on there straight. Oh! Thankfully the scissors didn't get me.
And then said she got to work in the store just to pay for her items. She lived that close.
Oh my gosh, Heather, me too.
Karen likes to wash the tape. She said it matches nicely.
Thanks, I like this washi tape too. It's really pretty. I like the little metallic addition to it too. And then let's see, oh, I forgot to tell you. So I have actually got an extra stamp that I want to share with you. So if you want to share this video, then I will go ahead and share the video and then come back, put in the comments that you've shared it, And then at the end of the live, we will draw a name to see who wins. Darren's really excited that I told him about that ahead of time.
You're killing me, Shannon.
I actually did tell you, you just didn't hear me.
It got so far then I didn't think we were doing it, so.
Thanks, Darren. Okay, so one thing you want to do when you're adding a lot of elements like this is you don't want to lay them all and glue them all flat. At least I don't. I think it's more fun to have a little bit more dimension. Give a little more depth to the card. So the reason why I'm kind of laying it out is because I need to kind of see what's going where, so I know what kind of adhesive I'm going to need where. I don't know if we need all of the elements. I don't want to go too crazy, but there's so many fun ones that it's hard to let go. Okay, so I'm going to use some of the Bearly Art glue. Do we want a little bit of this on the background first? Now that I got all of those placed, let's see if I can keep them kind of in order. Okay, so I forgot I wanted to do this, so bear with me for one more second. We'll just hurry and add just a little bit. This is just going to be a subtle addition. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of pixie spray on this. Do I want it to go that way or this way? I don't think it matters that much. And then I think I'm just going to, I'll just use some of the Chroma Mist. And I'm going to use my ergonomic blending brush. Just kind of.
What color is that? Yes.
It's cobalt blue. And I more or less just want it to be kind of a subtle pattern. So I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Especially because I don't want it to be super dark. So I just want to add just a little bit of pattern. Let's see. Okay, more than that. I do want to see a pattern. I hope this isn't another one of those, I should have left well enough alone. That's kind of been my thing today. Okay, that's what I wanted right there. Yay! I just wanted a little subtle hint without doing a whole background, just to add a little bit of movement to the card. Okay, so now let's use, I wanted to show you the Bearly Art glue. And this is what it looks like. It comes with a little, you can get a little container with all the different tips. You've got, this one is your little stopper, a little cap so that you can keep it fresh and not all clogged up. And then it's got all these different tips. There's the one that I just took off. There's this one that's got this longer tip and then this tiny tip, which is great when you're doing something like, especially if you've got like a card front stencil where it's got a whole bunch of little details and intricate pieces. And then it even comes with a little pin to keep your nozzle from clogging up. I think we are good with that kind of long skinny one today. All right. So Brutus Monroe is collaborating with Bearly Art this week. So you may notice some of the design team has got some things posted. Okay, so this guy's going to go straight to the back. So he's okay to be glued directly on. And then I kind of want to put her, let's get these guys kind of mapped out so I don't limit myself. I kind of wanted her to come out from some plants. So maybe we'll just do, maybe we'll just glue her down too. And I'm liking the way it's sticking.
Karen asked if the tips are interchangeable, or you keep one.
You can interchange them, yes, they unscrew. So now we're going to add one of our Easy Tab foam dots down here at the bottom. We'll give our other mermaid a little something to sit on. And then we'll add some of our dots to her.
So far, I got 2 people on the wheel.
So far, your chances are, your odds are really good if you want to win the stamp of the month. There's only 2 people so far, so if you would like to be entered into that drawing, just go ahead and share this video and come back on and put it in the comments that you've shared. I kind of like that over there a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it up here. We'll just leave it there for a minute and kind of decide from there. Okay, so let's put a little more of our glue on. And I'm using way more than you need, it looks like. So just spread it around once you've got it out.
Michelle says, love having her sitting.
Hey, even mermaids might have to take a rest now and then, huh? Alright, I don't want that one hanging off quite so far, so we'll see. Do we want to do that? I think we do. Okay, so now I'm going to add another foam dot so that we can get that dimension going.
Gina says it reminds me of the scene in The Little Mermaid with all the Ariel sisters.
You know what? It reminds me of Little Mermaid and all of her sisters as well, Gina. How fun is that? I feel like I need to watch that movie now. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Karen says, need some pearls.
Pearls would be good. I wonder if I have any out here. I'll have to look and see. Because yes, with the Sea Life, there are pearls in the ATC kit. So if you have the ATC kit coming, you will be all set with your pearls. Let's see. I don't want to overkill it. You know what I'm saying?
Michelle says, I want to have the stamp once my niece sees mine tomorrow, so I'm crossing her fingers.
I get ya, Michelle.
Horse has got a 50% chance.
Yeah, you got a 50-50 chance. I think that's pretty good. I don't think we need more than that because I think we're going to overpower our mermaids. I do think, though, that you're right that we need something, either sequins or something. Let me see what oh, you know what? I have the perfect thing, I think. And so, honestly, what I was going to tell you before is you saw that I had that whole stack of things that I just colored when I was just sitting in front of the TV.
Michelle says she loves the layout.
Thank you, Michelle. And so just color a bunch and then you can just use them when you want to. Just put them with your stamp set and then you can just make your cards as you feel like it. I've got these cute little gold accents. Let's see how these would work because I'm thinking these kind of mimic the
Jen says so cute.
these will kind of tie in the washi at the bottom. Thanks, Jen.
Tina says awesome card.
Thanks, Tina.
Putting a sentiment on.
I'm going to get one of my conversation clippings for the sentiment, I think. I don't think I left much room for anything bigger than that. Let me just dump these into this so I can see what I have.
Use alcohol markers to color the image.
I did use alcohol markers. I used Spectrum Noir. I used mostly the Tri-Blends, but I do have a few of their other ones. But they are all...
Karen says, so glad I caught you today. You and Darren are both so talented.
Oh, Karen, you are so sweet. We have a lot of fun, don't we? Thank you so much for joining us. It's not fun unless there's people hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Okay, and so these are also kind of fun because they kind of they also kind of mimic that underwater bubble look.
Donna says beautiful card.
Thank you, Donna.
Michelle asked where the pearls came from.
Okay, well these actually were gifted to me. These ones happen to be pink and Maine, but they were in my stash. Love them. Okay, so let's see. I haven't tried this before, but I'm thinking actually let's change out the tip. This seems like a good opportunity to try out the really ultra fine tip since we've got those teeny tiny little pearls.
Try to show it on camera.
I will definitely try. Okay, I will close that after. Okay, so I'm going to just screw this on. And I have used, I believe, this applicator yet. Okay, so see that? So you can get those really tiny little elements on your card simply. Look at that. I love that I was able to just get a little tiny dab of glue.
Tina says I can see barely art glue in my future.
Yeah, I like it a lot, Tina. You definitely want some. That little fine tip is definitely a winner. All right, and now we'll just get these last couple of...
Michelle says changing those nozzles is too much work for me. I'm a lazy crafter.
You know what, Michelle? Honestly, I would just buy 2 bottles and have one nozzle be the ultra and the other one just be the other one. The long skinny one. Then you don't have to switch them out. Okay. I feel like we need one more little cluster of those. All right. So the only thing I have left to do is to add
Michelle
our
said-
sentiment. All right, so the other nice thing is it's got this little pin, so you can just keep it in there, keep it from clogging. Okay, let's find a sentiment we like. How about we were mermaid to be friends? They look like they're good friends.
Wanda asked a 5x5 card size.
This is a 5.5 by 5.5 card size. That was Wanda?
Yes.
Yes, the panel itself is 5 1/4. No, 5. The card. Okay, let me just specify. The card base is going to be 5.5 by 5.5, and then you've got a 1/4 inch smaller, so 5 1/4, and then 5. So, yes and no, I guess, a little bit to your question. Let's see where we're gonna want to put this. I'm kind of liking it there, but I feel like it's a little big for that spot. I might rethink the thought. Rethink the sentiment. I want a little bit shorter. I got a little close, but that's okay. I'm kind of going to trim it down a little bit more. Okay, so where do we want to put this? And that one might be a little short. Maybe we'll just stick it right in there. You know, we may need the black. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of getting lost. Let's try the black one. Or maybe we'll do, yeah, let's see. And I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely think the black is better. You sure are sweet. I don't want to cut off any of the sentiment. I confess I struggle with where to place my sentiments. That's one of my trickiest card making challenges. Do you like it there?
Yeah, I like it there.
Always make waves. Yeah, I think it needs to be the black one. I just think that the white just gets lost. So we'll go with that. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of, actually let's just use a little foam on that. Lift it up a little bit off of the card, away from all of the plants. And then we'll just attach that to our base and we will have it. I don't like that.
Let the mermaid, sitting mermaid hold it.
Let's see. Remember when I said that the foam is pretty, well, I think we're going to get away with it. I hate to cover the mermaids. I think that's what I'm not liking. So, you know what we're going to do? Because if you know, you should tell me, because apparently I don't. Let's see. So I've got Waving Hello, which I'm not minding that one. That one seems about the right size. And You Are Fantastic would be cute. It's a little high. I've got all of these kind of in the way. If I didn't have those there, I think that would be perfect. Do we want Waving Hello or You Are Fantastic? I will let you vote while I get this on the card.
Gina says waving hello.
Okay, waving hello it is.
Michelle says fantastic.
Oh dear. We don't want Michelle and Tina to
Wanda
fight
says
it out.
waving hello.
Okay, we've got 2 for waving hello,
What's fantastic?
1 for fantastic.
Jen said either one.
Way to be, Jen.
It's Switzerland.
She is Switzerland. All right, so I think we will do this one. Do I want it that way or this way? Not, this one doesn't matter that much. I'm just going to do it. I'm taking way too long today. I apologize for that. Okay, so we've got her on her base. We're about to finish off our sentiment.
Waving hello has the vote right now.
And waving hello is the winner of the vote there. And we'll just use a little of our Barely Art glue. I think right about there. All right, we have finished our card. And you could keep going forever. That's the fun thing about these cards. There are so many things you can do for these cards. You could add all kinds of things to the fins and everything, but at some point I have to stop myself. So I think we're at that point right now. Excuse the sunlight coming through. I kind of got a funny
Michelle says
sunray on there. Thank you so much. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks everybody so much for joining today. Let me go ahead and okay, let's do the drawing. Darren, drum roll.
I'm spinning it.
She's spinning it.
Winner is Michelle.
Michelle, you win the mermaid. You will have, where did she go? If I find her. I have had kind of a crazy, here we go. Been a crazy one today. So this will come to you in the mail. Why don't you go ahead and just message me your mailing address just in case I don't have that. And I will get that in the mail to you this week. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, especially with it being a little bit longer. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, then I'm sure we've edited it down so it's not quite so long. Thank you. I really appreciate seeing you guys every week, and I will be here again next week with a much shorter live, I'm sure. But thank you, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.